Let's take a deep breath. We're talking about mindset now. And it has been one journey. In this audit, mindset audit, we're going to be reframing our story. I want you to understand how your thoughts and attitude affect and impact the success of your fitness journey. You will learn the difference between growth mindset and a fixed mindset, and how a growth mindset can significantly enhance your capacity to stick to a fitness regimen, because you really do need to stick to a fitness regimen. So let's pause for a moment, and we're going to take a deep breath together here, because the next part is the mindset audit, and that might stir off something, but that is okay. What story are you telling yourself about fitness and about you? See, I'm writing this book called More Than Your Body, and it made me do a very deep dive on body image and the stories we tell ourselves about our body, what our body can do, where our body fits into the grand scheme of things, how beautiful or ugly our bodies are. And I want you to think about the story you're telling yourself about fitness, about you, about your body. What's that voice in your head saying, especially when it comes to fitness? Because this is about building a compassionate fitness routine, but it can play into every other area of your life. Do you think I always start, but I quit? Do you think I should be capable of doing more? Do you think, well, I'm not an exercise person, so why bother with exercise? Do you think, "Mm, I always quit, so why do I even have to start?" I want you to know that these are not facts. They are mindsets, and they shape everything. They shape how you enjoy exercise. If you would enjoy exercise, they shape how you show up, if and whether you will show up or not. They shape what you eat, how you care for yourself. They shape everything. Your thoughts are the patterns beneath the pattern. What this means that they are the patterns that shape the way you think, shape how you show up for your fitness, shape how you treat your body, how you think about your body. For example, sometimes what we do most of the times is it's either we are exercising or we are not exercising at all. Either we are exercising to lose weight or we're not exercising at all. Remember when I was asking, what do you think fitness is? Because it's true fitness, every other thing can bounce off of. If you're fit, you can do a whole lot of things. And how you think about fitness matters. So most of us think we need a better plan, maybe a new program, a trick to stay motivated. Maybe if I commit money to somebody. But the real challenge is the voice in your head, how you think about your body, how you see fitness, what you think fitness is, your capacity, what you think about your capacity to exercise. It shows in your level of self-efficacy, because it's the more you show up, the more you can prove to yourself that you're capable of doing those things. That means you build efficacy in fitness. There are voices in your head that says, even while you're exercising, that tells you, I am not doing enough. Even while you're exercising, it's not hard enough, so it's not worth it, or it's too hard, so it's not worth it. There's a voice in your head that is telling you, why start? I always just fall off. I will never catch up. There's no point. That voice is not the truth. It is not fact. It is just a thought, a mindset. It's a pattern of thought that you have rehearsed for years, maybe for decades. Think about the time you've started fitness, anything diet, anything weight loss. I remember then in secondary school, I've already started talking about the size of my body, losing weight, even while hungry in secondary school. So it's been years of these patterns of starting and stopping, of your body changing. And we also need to learn to be kind to ourselves, to our bodies. That's compassion. Your body will forever change all your life, all seasons, year after year. If if there is a thing where your body is not changing, then there is a problem. Even if you're working out every day and you're eating a certain way every day, Your body will change because that is what is naturally meant to do. And it's not a bad thing. It means you're alive. That voice in your head that is telling you that you're not doing enough, it's a mindset, a thought pattern. You have rehearsed it for years, maybe for decades, and you are allowed to question it, and you can change your belief just like that. Yes, if you believed one thing before, you do not believe that thing now, that belief changed. So you can change your belief about fitness. You can change your belief about exercise. So another assignment for you this week, that's what I'm thinking about. This course, should it be daily or should it be weekly? Because you have assignments to go with every video. This week, you'll begin to notice the thoughts and stories you carry about your body. First, your body, and then your fitness, and then food. And you have to ask these three things. And you have to ask yourself these questions. Are these helping me or hurting me? Do you look at your body and see ugly immediately? You think ugly, not good. I need to fix my tummy. I need to fix this. Is it hurting me or is it helping me? Do you look at food and think fat or good, bad or good? Is this pattern of thinking hurting me or helping me? And I want you to consider roots of wellness. It's really going to help you navigate the morality we attach to food, whether food is good or bad. There's no good or bad food, and we will not go into that in this course. So we're going to talk about the fixed or the growth and the growth mindset. In this lesson, we'll explore two core mindsets and we'll still go deep dive into it after this course. Maybe I'll attach it as a bonus. I'll attach it as a bonus lecture after this course. Fixed mindset says I'm not consistent and I always fail. So what's the point? But the growth mindset says I'm not consistent. This is hard, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning to show up. So you're still learning to show up, no matter what level you have been exercising, whether you're a professional, you're still learning to show up. The fixed mindset makes your struggle feel like you're not good enough. What's the point? I don't know how to. This is just not me. It's a fixed mindset saying I'm not an exercise person. As long as you can move, you can nod your head. We are all born to move. Think about it. Movement, literally, in everything. We're born to move. We are made to change. You're always growing. But the growth mindset sees struggles as a part of the process. It's part of progress. Every time you feel like you failed on your fitness journey, is a learning part of the process. It's actually a compulsory part of the process. So shifting your mindset doesn't mean you have to be positive all the time. It means you're treating yourself like somebody who is becoming, like the person you're becoming. If you want to become a stronger version of you, you keep showing up and build the capacity to show up, to build the capacity to exercise. You are not just this broken person that doesn't know anything about exercise and is helpless when it comes to exercise. You're not allowing yourself the opportunity to learn. That is a fixed mindset. And there's one thing I've learned about fixed mindset is you might say, oh, I have a growth mindset, but we don't have growth mindset in everything. We have a growth or fixed mindset for different areas and different things. For example, you might be good at math. Somebody else has a fixed mindset when it comes to maths and say, I am not just a math person. But you're looking at them like, maths is very sweet. I'm always learning. You have a growth mindset when it comes to maths. The same thing when it comes to fitness. Some people have a growth mindset when it comes to fitness. And some people have a fixed mindset when it comes to fitness. But if you're watching this right now, and maybe one of the reasons you are not able to show up on your fitness journey is because you have a fixed mindset when it comes to fitness. I'm not consistent. I always fail. I always overeat. That is a fixed mindset. But I want you to start adopting a different mindset. Look at the difference. Like, say, oh, okay, I binge sometimes, but I'm still learning how to nourish my body. I'm still learning what different foods mean. This is part of the process. If I really want this, I have to learn knowledge. Think about what we talked about, knowledge. And this is simply an audit. So it just helps you open your eyes to where you are, to believe around fitness. If you have a fixed mindset, now you closed a knowledge gap. Now you know what to go learn. Now you know how to challenge the situation. Okay? So now let's start reframing with compassion really, really matters. Instead of saying, I've missed my workout again, what's the point? Instead, say, how can I show up today? I'm learning to show up in a new way, and that takes time. Even if you missed today, you will learn to show up better in a new way. It doesn't have to be better, you just have to show up in a new way. And it's going to take time to build the capacity to show up. It takes capacity emotionally, mentally, and physically. But we're going to talk about these three capacities it takes to actually show up and exercise, to be in an exercise, to complete an exercise routine. Instead of saying, I have no discipline, I want you to try saying, my consistency will grow as I treat myself with care, as I treat myself better. Don't say you don't have any discipline. Think about it. We've talked about discipline in other areas of your life. You show up for yourself. You're a boss lady. When it comes to fitness, you would learn how to treat yourself better with consistency. This is not just some fluffy stuff. That is the strategy of showing up. You have to learn to treat yourself with compassion. Compassion is where the real strength lies. We admire these fitness videos that show somebody, with a hoodie in a dark theme saying, I have to push through and punish myself. But that's not where the true strength lies. The true strength lies when all those energy around that pushing through ends, when it dips. How do you show? Where do you learn to forgive yourself for all your mistakes? Where do you learn to forgive yourself for the times you said, I'm going to take care of myself, but did not, and still lay down where you're feeling tired, you're fatigued, something has to change? Where do you forgive yourself and get off from that bed even when everything seems hard? That is where compassion comes in. Compassion is not easy. Compassion calls you out. That's part of compassion we don't talk about. It is not fluffy. It calls you out when you're playing small. When you're playing small about yourself, about your body, calls you out and says, take care of your body. Don't, diet and treat yourself like you're one thing that has to be fixed. No, you're not broken. And I know I've said this too much and I'm trying not to say it anymore. But you're not. You don't have to be fixed. You just have to treat yourself better. Care for yourself. And your natural weight will come into place. It will be a way of living. It will be a way of life. Because if you're kind to yourself, you stay longer in the game. And that's why many of us drop out of fitness routines, because that routine is not even kind to you. It is too hard for where you are. Remember your starting point. Your mindset, because the truth is, your mindset isn't fixed, it is flexible. And you get to choose a new one. Now let's get into our reflection points, prompts, and our journal exercise. Remember to sit with your journals, download them, open the Google Sheets. I keep updating them every time I come into a new research question that would help you out. So, what do I usually tell myself when I miss a workout or eat off plan? So think about it. All the times you've been on a plan, an eating plan, a movement plan, what do you usually tell yourself? And when you eat off plan, what do you do? Another question I want you to think about is, how have I been approaching fitness? Ask yourself, have I been approaching fitness with a perfect or nothing attitude? That thing we call all or nothing. Is it going to perfect? I don't do anything at all. Have you been approaching fitness that way? It will help you understand if you have a fit mindset or a growth mindset. Okay? So the next question I want you to ask is, what beliefs did I pick up from childhood, diet culture, or past coaches? Think about all the people you've allowed coach you fitness, that you've allowed advise you on fitness. What belief did you learn from them? What belief did you pick up in your childhood? What did your mom or people around you say about food, about fitness, about exercise? Write them down, look at it again, read it, and think about how it makes you feel. And the next question is, how might I reframe one of those beliefs into something kinder and more helpful? Think about it. Okay? So maybe the belief is, you've seen people around you only exercise when they want to lose weight. So how can you reframe that belief to understanding what fitness is, and that exercise can help you feel good about your body, even when you've not lost any weight, even when you've not changed your body size. Think about how good you feel when you go to the gym. So think about that belief and how you can reframe it into something kinder. Right? So your task this week is one mindset, one new compassionate mindset you are going to practice this week when it comes to your body. Maybe taking your time when you're having your bath, slowing down when you're rushing through something, slowing down when you're rubbing your cream. Instead of touching your stomach and saying, what's this thing? I want you to touch your stomach with kindness and say, this is my body. It is beautiful, it is gentle, I love it. There's nothing wrong with your stomach, there's nothing wrong with your body, it is beautiful. That way you start to build a better body image. And we're going to talk about body image and all of that in bonus lectures. Okay, so write it down. That one new mindset you're practicing, write it somewhere visible. Your mind shift is in motion. So what next? This is one of the most important shifts you're gonna make in your routine, because your mindset is not just background noise, it is how you operate, literally, without even thinking about it. And the next lesson, we are going to bring your values into focus. We're going to be doing your goal audit. We are defining your goals that don't just sound good but feel right for the season of life you're in, for the life you're actually living, for your environment, for what you want your fitness to help support. Until then, practice catching your thoughts with curiosity, because the moment you become aware of your thoughts, you become free to change them. I'll see you soon. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next lesson.